You're now tuned in to the Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome in, listeners, to another episode of Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host for today, Michael Eck. Alongside me, as always, Ryan Green. Before we get into anything, Ryan, real quick, I want to tell the people that we do have a surprise guest. Today is the episode that our surprise guest is here on air, and he is currently here, but we won't introduce him until we get to that mock scenario, and we jump right into that Memorial Mock Week that we got for you guys planned. Ryan, what's up, man? How you been? How's your Memorial weekend going so far?
The weekend, the weather's been real shitty, real rainy.
Oh, damn, you guys got rain?
Yeah, all weekend, even tomorrow. So it's been kind of tough, but you're enjoying the downtime, hanging out.
That's rough, man. Yeah, it's been kind of sunshine here. We got rain last night in the overnight, but enjoyed a nice day of golf yesterday. Got my strokes in there. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, so it's getting there, but it's almost June, and that's one more month closer to football.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. So, you know, um, I really enjoyed this Memorial Mock Week, and I hope our listeners, you guys enjoyed it as well. If you have any comments, concerns, let us know anything at our Instagram, on our Twitter, on our YouTube page, anything. We love it all. Our Instagram is 2dudes1ball ff. Our Twitter is 2dudes1ball. It is the number 2 and the number 1. And on YouTube, as always, like, subscribe, comment on the videos, turn the bell on, get notifications when we drop new videos. And we love everything you guys say, and give us all the energy that for I don't know how to explain it, man. I just love the feedback that we get. It just makes me happy, and I can read it and understand, go to each episode, and give you guys what you want to hear, what you want to see, and keep moving forward. Is That's what we love to do.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun.
All right, guys. With that, like I said, we got one more mock coming up today. We're gonna go into our breaking balls, man. I think we can go right to that. What do we got for the news as of late?
Most recent news is the Titans are the favorites to land Julio Jones. So that's pretty cool. AJ Brown, obviously, if you follow him on social media, he's been pulling for Julio to come. He's been trying to recruit. So as far as both of their fantasy values, I think they'll both be solid fantasy players. Maybe AJ Brown's ceiling is now a little more limited if he ends up going there, Julio.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I'm excited to see two studs out there on the field.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they'll both be, Julio will probably be on the little lower end of a wide receiver than AJ Brown, but I think they'll both be very effective. It gives Tannehill another great weapon to throw to after losing Jonnu and Corey Davis. So I think that team would just get better. And like you said, ceiling is limited, but they're still going to be top options at wide receiver. Anything else? What do we got next?
Corey Davis suffered a minor shoulder injury. Now, when they say minor, who knows? He could miss a week. He could, it could affect him early in the season. All this means to me is Elijah Moore season, baby.
Yeah, Elijah Moore, exactly. And what was it? Denzel Mims, right? I think he's still there.
Denzel Mims, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's gonna be cool, to see. I hope all is well with Corey Davis. I'm kind of high on him this year, just because new team, new offense, new coach, new everything for the Jets. So it could be like a new beginning for him. But it's sad to see that happen in OTAs. So hopefully he stays healthy though, and it's not too serious. I think the other news is another Titan player, Anthony Firkser, right? Busiest pass catcher came out. I don't know how, there's only a few pass catchers there. AJ Brown, Derrick Henry doesn't really do much. Darrington Evans, backup running back. Josh Reynolds. So it doesn't surprise me that he'd probably be getting a lot of work in. And Tannehill likes to have a security blanket. That might be a security blanket on downs that he might have to go to. So it's just practice. Don't read too much into it. It's just practice. He wasn't anything in the last few years, so it's no real surprise.
Yeah, and then our last bit of news here is the Washington football team wants Antonio Gibson to run more pass routes, and if he can, absorb even half of what J.D. McKissick did last year, then Antonio Gibson's going to be a locked-in top 10 running back, if not higher.
Yeah, Antonio Gibson, already phenomenal league winner last year. If you had him as of late, towards the end of the season, he phenomenal player. And if he just gets more into a pass catching, as in college he was a wide receiver, they transitioned him to a running back. Ron Rivera said, I believe, at the end of or beginning of last season that he reminds them a little bit of like a McCaffrey, or they want to use him in that McCaffrey role as a pass catcher because he has great hands. So this is just a way, last year J.D. McKissick ran 112 targets or something last year. He was like the number one target leader at running backs, which is crazy because you guys got like Kamara who catch passes all the time, but J.D. McKissick had the most targets for any running back. So if you can limit that from McKissick and give that to Gibson, it's Gibson season all day, baby. It's that'll be awesome to see. And obviously, new quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick has better experience than whoever they were using throughout the year. So definitely going to be entertaining. Anything else there?
That's about it for any fantasy relevant news.
Yeah, I mean, I did also see, what's his name? Tebow. They said they're going to use Tebow like Taysom Hill, but that's kind of obvious. It's not like it's going to make a great impact on fantasy. It's just something like, they signed him. He's literally built like Taysom Hill. Going to be a bad QB, but has a size to play tight end and can be a Swiss Army knife, probably come in on punt plays too. So just interesting. I was a Tebow guy, when I was a youngin'. I like Tebow. I remember going through school and do the Tebow pose and everything. So it's good to see him back in the NFL. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
Get out
it's
of
a little
baseball.
weird.
So it is weird. He hasn't played in 9 years, but all right.
Nuts.
Is our guest star here on
Oh,
air?
he's here.
Guest star Daniel Green, my partner Ryan Green's younger brother. He knows a lot about football. He knows a lot about sports. Kid's awesome. He's fun. He's in our home league. He's always a fun competitor. I always feel bad. He always drafts Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon always dies every year. So it's kind of it hurts to watch him do that every year. But he definitely is someone I always look at and watch during the draft because he's smart. He makes the right moves, makes the right picks. He doesn't reach. He always gets the highest value. It's just fun atmosphere and playing him every week. It's the brother rivalry too. Ryan will probably touch on that. It's something they want to hold over each other's heads. But yeah, Daniel, I'm pretty sure hasn't won anything in our league yet, but noted that is his running back one always goes down. Ryan, do you got anything to say about Daniel before we let him speak?
Nah, man, you pretty much got it. High praise for this young lad.
Yeah, he knows his business. Definitely knows his art around fantasy football. So Daniel, why don't you say hi to people one time?
What's up, everyone? I gotta say I'm flattered. It's very high praise you gave me, and
We'll throw you up
Is
on
it
the
all-
board here too. We'll put him up there. There he is. Look at that young lad.
my running backs usually get hurt. Joe Mixon for like 3 straight years. I also will say one of my lowest moments is drafting Kerryon Johnson the same year as Joe Mixon. So both of them really let me down. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Awesome.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Awesome. Yes, we are so happy you joined. This makes this mock draft a little bit more entertaining because it's not just me and Ryan going back and forth. Obviously, we bring a third person, a smart, educated person in fantasy football comes in and you can make the picks. Definitely get some more steals than, the sleeper drafting Jalen Waddle over Michael Thomas. So definitely it's going to be something different. And it's fun. So as you guys see on the board, we do have us three are locked in. In the 1 seed right now. I take Pooh is Daniel. Rylab is Ryan. So yeah, I'm gonna randomize the teams as always. If you haven't watched our old previous videos, this whole week we've been doing dynasty mocks, standard league mocks, PPR mocks. This one's a 10-man PPR, 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 1 kicker, 1 defense, 6 bench spots, 10 people. Bring it on. This is pretty much our home league. The way it's set up, 10-man PPR. However, ours is a keeper. This is just going to be a redraft. With that, I think, we can jump right into it, fellas, if you guys are ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go.
Sweet. So I'll go to draft order. I'm going to randomize here. We got
Let's go.
Ryo at 3. I take Pooh now as 6. And that's actually where he's drafting. Yeah, no, it's not. You're 5 this
I'm
year, right?
5, yeah.
5, okay. And then me at 10. So with that, I'm going to click begin draft. Here we go. Good luck, fellas.
See what happens.
Begin draft. Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey. Dalvin Cook went 1 last mock too in our PPR. All videos are on our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, comment on our videos. As always, go watch them. They're good. They're entertaining.
So here's where I would take Saquon Barkley. However, due to all the talks about him having a limited role early in the season due to his injury, I'm gonna pivot off of Saquon Barkley, and I'm just gonna take Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara. Derrick Henry goes at 4. Barkley at 5. There you go, Daniel. You have 5 in our main league. Got any thoughts about if Barkley gets to you? You taking him, snagging him?
If I'm at 5 and the first 4 picks are what they are in this, I gotta take Saquon.
There you go.
But at 6 right now, the running back value is definitely not it. So I think I'm gonna go the wide receiver out of Green Bay. Even though there's a little speculation that Aaron Rodgers might leave, and Adams won't be happy if that happens, I still think you take Adams here. He's too good of a player to pass on. I'm going Devontae Adams.
Absolutely. Well said, young lad. 7 goes Nick Chubb. 8, Jonathan Taylor. 9, Travis Kelce off the board. And that brings me to my 10th pick. And I have 2 absolute steals. 2 guys I want this year. And I know I'm getting one. Tommy, again, I always said every episode I love to piss you off. But I'll lock it in. The first pick is Austin Eckler. And then the second pick is a guy who I was supposed to be getting, but something happened, so I'm not getting him. And that's Ezekiel Elliott. I think Tyreek Hill goes next, Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, and now Daniel's back up.
Now I'm here at my second round pick, and Hopkins is still there. Very tempting. But I'm a guy who likes to have running backs. I usually stay away from taking a receiver in the first round. Last year, I took Michael Thomas in the first round, and that really backfired. So I have a hard time passing on a guy like Aaron Jones, but I don't want 2 Packers. And that leaves me with Joe Mixon.
There he is.
I can't take Mixon.
I'm seeing some names.
I'm seeing names too. I'm seeing some names too that if you took them, I wouldn't be very upset.
Yeah, but it's just I got it. I think I'm gonna have to go.
The double backer.
I think I'm gonna have to go double Packer and take
Packing-
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, the
Pack in the
value's good
cheese.
there.
Yes, sir. Aaron Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, and now Joey Mixon.
Joe
Ryan
Mixon.
Adams on the board.
All right, so the guy who I was eyeing is still here, and I'm gonna take him, and it's Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, damn it. Next, Michael Thomas, A.J.
Let's
Brown,
go.
Cam Akers, and now he's going to get his next running back. I know exactly who he's taking.
CEH.
It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, goes Miles Sanders, Patrick Mahomes, first quarterback off the board here at round 3, pick 5. Daniel, you're on the board again.
See, this pick is. I'm not in love with the receivers. I do think Ridley and Jefferson are good. Same thing with Julio and Keenan, but I'm not in love there. And I think receivers are a much easier position to draft later than running back. I'm going to go with a guy who I've been high on since before last year's draft. He panned out. He happens to be my keeper in the other league, Antonio Gibson.
Yes, sir. Antonio Gibson, let's note that he is keeping Antonio Gibson on air. He said it live, folks. Round 13. That's an absolute steal for it.
Round 10.
baby.
Round 10. Right?
Oh, round 10.
Yeah,
round
it's
10.
round 10,
Oh,
round 10.
yeah. Sorry, round 10. The other rookie, CD Lamb, is kept at 13, most likely, which is also a freaking steal. But yeah, Antonio Gibson, round 10. And you get him here in round 3. It's awesome because this is a redraft again. After Antonio Gibson was George Kittle, DeAndre Swift, Josh Jacobs, and now I am up. There's one running back on the board here that I like, but I like the wide receivers better right now, and I think I'm gonna lock in 2 young guys. I'm gonna take Calvin Ridley because I had him last year. He's an absolute freak. If Julio Jones leaves, he played great without Julio anyway. So that's gonna be my first guy, and my second guy is a guy who, towards the end of the season, was I think the 6th best wide receiver or 5th best wide receiver. He was a rookie last year, turned into I think the 7th overall, and that's Justin Jefferson.
I like it.
After Justin Jefferson was Chris Carson, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, and now Daniel, you were up again, and you go with another guy you always draft.
See, I see him there. You know what? I'm gonna go a route that I don't normally go,
Oh, okay. Switching up. I like this.
and I'm going Darren Waller.
Darren Waller.
pick.
Quick story about that. Last year, I was picking after Daniel, and I had drafted Nick Chubb earlier in the rounds, and I was gonna try to get Kareem Hunt so I can lock up the Browns backfield. And Daniel was picking right before me, and I thought he was gonna take Waller, and I was like, if he takes Waller, I'll take Hunt. And I was like, no, and this is round 7. I was like, if he takes Hunt, I'm taking Waller. And Daniel locked in Hunt, so I made the no brainer and I took Waller. I think that's an
Yeah.
absolute great pick there. He's an awesome tight end. After Waller was Julio Jones to Keenan Allen. Ryan, you were up. There's some good wide receivers here for your first one, too.
Yeah, I'm looking at receiver. I'm gonna have to take a receiver here, and then the other position I want is most likely gonna fall to me. So I'm between Allen Robinson and Amari Cooper.
Yep, that's what I would
Due
do
to
too.
Allen Robinson's quarterback play, his ceiling's a little bit limited, so I think I'm gonna snag Amari Cooper here as my wide receiver one.
Yeah, and also the Bears defense is good. They won't have to pass as much. Hopefully they can rely on that a little bit. Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, Josh Allen, second quarterback off the board, Travis Etienne, and then Cooper Kupp.
Okay, so my guy did fall to me, and it's Lamar Jackson.
Nice, Lamar. There he is, your guy, the running back quarterback, the
Mm-hmm.
only quarterback. It's the only position he plays. Jamar Chase next, Robert Woods. Now, Daniel. Robert
See,
Woods
this pick, yeah, Robert Woods just went. That's another guy I usually have on my team. But this is definitely a wide receiver pick for me. Got 2 running backs, a tight end, and 1 wide receiver. I'm not in love with the running backs that are there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm going receiver, and the guy that stands out to me, it's a guy who has a new quarterback.
Mm.
Oh God, that hurts. It hurts. He's another guy I always like, and he just never pans out for me.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Carolina guy.
I'm going DJ
Moore. Devontae Smith, Kyle Pitts, Leonard Fournette. Why is Leonard Fournette going so early, man? Makes me throw up my mouth just a little. We'll slide this draft board down a little bit. It's my pick, having 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers here. Man, I feel like this wide receiver shouldn't be here. I had him 2 years ago. Man, I'm thinking of Chris Godwin right now, and
He just scares me with it. It's just so
Is he?
inconsistent down there.
I know, because Brady, it seems like towards the red zone, Brady goes to Evans. He loves AB for some reason. Like him and AB have this thing, and then Godwin is just too good to not utilize. So it's like,
I was between Moore and Godwin, and I just went with Moore. Figured this year was going to be the year he breaks out.
Oh, and I'm also indecisive on. I want another running back, because if I don't take one now, I think I'm gonna wait. We're gonna go something here. We're gonna go a little crazy. I think I'm gonna take 2 wide receivers here. I'm gonna lock up the first guy. I'm gonna stay away from Chris Godwin. I don't like the risk. Dude, I don't know. I want to, but I don't. I'm gonna lock in the first guy though. I'm gonna take Tyler Lockett as the first one. I think that can be my boomer bust, flex kind of play. And you know what? Hell, I'll go Chris Godwin too, because if it's the same thing. Boomer bust kind of flex player right there.
So Wilson.
Russell Wilson next, James Conner, Chase Edmonds, and now here comes all the other running backs. I'm not gonna get one of them.
Damn, the Arizona backfield going.
Facts. The only one that's left is Kyler Murray. I mean, Daniel, that's a pick and a half if you took one.
I'm definitely against taking Kyler Murray. I think I'm gonna go running back. I got Aaron Jones and Antonio Gibson. I need to kind of secure up that backfield a little bit. I'm gonna go a guy who definitely gets the volume, but it's the ability there. And I'm going Myles Gaskin.
Myles Gaskin, I like
Good
that.
pick.
Myles Gaskin, big expectations with Miami not drafting a running back this year. And that backfield is a little, random right now, but he was the best performer last year, and I hope they, saw that, and Brian Flores, right? Is that their head coach? Runs with it. And Gaskin could be a steal in these 6, 7, 8 round, around 5, 6, 7 this year.
Yep.
D-Mont next, Adam Thielen off the board. Ryan, you were up with 3 running backs, a quarterback, and a wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my second receiver here, and I'm gonna keep it close to home, and I'm gonna take Kenny Galladay.
Kenny G.
Someone who I don't have much exposure to so far in my mocks, but this is good value for him.
Kyler Murray next, James Robinson, Mike Gesicki, and Kareem Hunt.
Now, the guy that I wanted, I was between 2 guys. They both are here. and I'm actually going to go for a little mini stack, and it's going to be Lamar Jackson pairing him with Mark Andrews.
Nice. That's what I was actually hoping would have fell to me, seeing that you needed a tight end. That's awesome. That's a great pick. Mark Andrews, Dak Prescott to Juju Smith-Schuster. Daniel, you are up.
At this point in the draft, it's the studs are gone, and I'm not really in love. I do like loading up on running backs, but I don't really like Melvin Gordon this year. Kenyon Drake splits with Josh Jacobs. I know they were talking about playing him at receiver, but I don't want to draft him solely off of that. And then after that, there's a couple guys I like a little later, but not right now. I'm going to go. I hate drafting players that I had last year, but at this situation, actually, you know what? I'll stay away from him right now. I'm going CeeDee Lamb.
That's a great pick. That's actually a great pick. I was looking at CeeDee Lamb, Mark Andrews, my next pick here, because I love my running backs, my 2 early running backs.
I think
But
with Dak back, CD will be a
there's no
very
question.
good option.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really high on CeeDee Lamb this year. Then after that was Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham. Sad I didn't get, like I said, Mark Andrews or CeeDee Lamb with one of my next 2 picks. But I'm gonna go back. I have to get another running back here. I think there's no real choice. I'm looking at guys here, and I probably am gonna bank on. I'm gonna probably bank on Melvin Gordon. Just doing something, he's my 3rd running back. It's not like he's gonna see playing time a lot on my team, but God forbid if someone goes down, he's someone I can probably hopefully plug in and get me 10 points. So I'll take Melvin Gordon here. My next pick. Do I go double running back? I don't know if I want to. I'm not gonna go double running back. I'm gonna wait. These guys might be here. I'm looking at a guy. I'm gonna lock him in here. A tight end who probably shouldn't be here, I don't think, but round 8, I'm gonna take T.J. Hockenson, the only pass catching
Good
option
pick.
on the Lions. So
Very good pick.
Raheem Mostert goes after Kenyon Drake and then Jalen Waddle.
At this, I'm in another situation where I'm looking at running back. I like Deontay Johnson a lot.
Yeah, same.
I think he catches a lot of passes, and he has some drop issues, but you're, 2 or 3s in now. He should be able to get a little better at that. I'm between a running back and a receiver. The only thing that sways me from taking a receiver is I have Devontae Adams, and he's a surefire, locked-in top guy. So I'm a little more worried with Aaron Jones, Gibson, and Gaskin, so I feel like I got to keep loading up on running backs to shore up that position. I'm going with a guy who also didn't bring in any competition, and I'm going Mike Davis.
Nice, that's a great pick, Mike Davis. And now, if our last episode, me and Ryan were, jabbing each other that we're gonna be watching Mike Davis, and it might be a late round steal. Now, Daniel, you're throwing yourself in the mix, knowing that. So the 3 of us will be eyeing each other at the draft day, like, hey, who's taking Mike Davis first? Who's reaching? Who's taking? It's gonna be fun. After that was Deontay Johnson, and then Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, so running back is obviously super thin now, but there's still one guy here with the highest upside, in my opinion, and it's Melvin Gordon's backup. We've seen it over the years. The veterans get cut for the younger guys. Melvin Gordon, I can see him being, one of those cut candidates getting picked up by a team who's ravaged by injuries. And I'm going to take Javonte Williams here and hope that he takes over the lead role.
I like it.
Yeah, nice pick. And then DJ Chark, T. Higgins, David Johnson, Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
Who do you pair with Javonte Williams next?
So my team is set. I'm going to have Lamar, Amari Cooper, Kenny Galladay with my 3 running backs, one of them in the flex, Alvin Kamara, Najee Harris, Clyde Edwards, and Mark Andrews is my tight end. So now it's just really bench depth mixed with upside here. So the running backs, none of them really qualify for that at this point, at least. Couple solid receivers here. But I think I'm going to take a guy who's really more on the safe side. And I don't have much of him in any mocks, and it's Tyler Boyd.
Nice, Tyler Boyd,
I like
Rob
it.
Gronkowski, Noah Fant. I like that pick too, Ryan.
Looking at
Solid.
a receiver here. After coming off of drafting Mike Davis, I definitely think I want to get another receiver in there. I like Claypool, but he does have like the kind of boomer bust. I could throw him in there on the bench. And I like Cooks too, but Cooks without Watson, you never know what's gonna happen there. I don't want to risk that. I'm gonna go Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool, Marquise Brown, Ronald Jones, and then Todd Gurley. I'm glad you didn't take the guy I was looking at here. You know, I like him, wide receiver guy. Looking at my team, yeah, I'll take him. I'll lock in Jerry Judy at 9, and at running back, I think I'm gonna go a rookie here, guy who I think will be it has come out that apparently him, Tevin Coleman are going to be splitting snaps. And I think there's one more I'm missing, Samaje
Ty
Perine.
Johnson.
Ty Johnson, thank you, Ty Johnson. The three of them will be splitting early, but I think Michael Carter will win the job eventually, and I'm going to draft Michael Carter here in the 10th round. Jarvis Landry, Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller.
Well, there goes. I was looking at all three of those guys to take at this next pick, so gonna sway me from there. I'm gonna go lock in the backup for my boy Aaron Jones.
There you go, AJ Dillon.
Get his handcuff.
It's not a bad idea because they obviously second round draft pick or third round draft pick was AJ Dillon, right?
Second round, I think.
Second round, and he's a big boy, big body guy that they like. So I think he could creep up with no Jamal Williams there anymore. So AJ Dillon will be a good handcuff this year. Laviska Shenault and then Rashard Bateman.
Yeah. So right now I'm going to take another receiver. I'm not sure how he's still on the board. And it's Deebo Samuel.
Debo, Zach Moss, Joe Burrow, Zach Ertz, Trevor Lawrence. God, here comes the QBs again. Last episode I didn't draft a QB and I was stuck with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Not letting that happen.
Jeez.
All right. Yeah,
Done
I
it.
feel like most of the value is still with wide receiver. But I'm gonna take a guy here and just hope for the best. It is a running back, and I'm gonna hope that he can take the early down role on the Patriots, and it's Damian Harris.
Good pick, good pick. Deshaun Watson, Evan Ingram. Daniel is up.
I think this is where I go snag my quarterback, and I'm gonna get a guy who last year wasn't maybe the best quarterback, but was good for fantasy, and I'm going Jalen Hurts.
That's a nice pick. Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, Justin Fields, and T.Y. Hilton. Well, the quarterback I was going to snag right here just got picked right after you. I was looking at Tom Brady. Easy schedule, second year under Bruce Arians. And just, the whole team's healthy to start the season. So I'm hoping, early on, maybe he'll do something good. With that, I'm probably still going to go on the quarterback route, seeing that I have 4 running backs and I have 5 wide receivers and 1 tight end. I think I'm going to lock in my quarterback here before it gets too out of hand. And I'm going to take Ryan Tannehill. Hopefully the Titans get Julio Jones, who will make him even better. Tannehill is a perfect option for fantasy. Sneaky runner, and that team, that offense is really good. He's got a decent O-line. So Ryan Tannehill is my guy here. My next pick. Now this one, it's favoring wide receivers. It seems to be like the trend here. All these running backs, guys like Devin Singletary, Nyheim Hines, Kenneth Gainwell, Trey Sermon, Tony Pollard, Le'Veon Bell, they're still here, and I have all of them. The only one that really, strikes anything in my eye is Trey Sermon. But then there's wide receivers like Corey Davis, Randall Moore, Mecole Hardman, Curtis Samuel, Robbie Anderson, Michael Pittman, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Antonio Brown, Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney. There's guys like this available, and I think I'm gonna go, guy who's usually screwed me in the playoffs every year, and that's because he dropped 40 points against me. And that's Robbie Anderson.
Good pick.
Irv Smith, Corey Davis, Devin Singletary, and now Daniel is up.
I was really looking at this guy for my last pick, and I decided to go quarterback, and I'm happy he fell to me. I'm going Curtis Samuel. I really think he kind of broke out a little bit last year, and there's really not a lot of weapons on that Washington football team besides McLaurin and Antonio Gibson. I think Curtis Samuel is going to be a good fantasy player this year.
Okay. Great pick. I like that. I'm behind that. Matthew Stafford next. Randall Moore. Ryan is up.
We got breaking news, fellas.
Yeah, we got
This
breaking
just
news.
in
Tell
from
me,
Diana Rossini.
you can talk about the Seattle.
The Seahawks are interested in Julio Jones. So another team for a potential Julio landing. That is something I can see them doing. I mean, I know they want to establish the run, but
DK Metcalf, Tyler
that would be
Lockett,
a
and Julio
ridiculous
Jones.
core for Russell Wilson to have.
I feel like that would hurt the receivers there.
That
3
would.
stud
Oh,
receivers.
absolutely. It would hurt for the fantasy value, but as far as the team, that'd
Well,
be
yeah,
pretty
obviously.
cool to see.
That'd
Big
make.
team.
I would honestly probably boost Russell Wilson from being like a 6 quarterback this year, probably to maybe, you could definitely get up. You could take there. There's logic behind if you took him third. Behind
Yep.
probably Lamar and Patrick Mahomes or
yeah.
yeah,
That would put him right in
Absolutely.
that Rodgers tier. Right after the top two.
Rodgers, Murray, and Josh Allen. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So now it's real thin at every position, it seems. So I'm going to take an upside running back here who I am really high on. I think has potential to become a stud, and it's Trey Sermon for the San Francisco 49ers.
Good pick.
I like it.
Trey Sermon, Austin Hooper, Miko Harman, Robert Tyan, team one, man, stacking up on 3 tight ends right there. They're going all in on those guys. Austin, Dallas Goddard next. Does team 2 have 3 tight ends too? Yeah.
So all the receivers that were there in my previous pick are still here. I'm going to take one who's a little more established of a player, and I'm going to take Devontae Parker.
Like it.
Pick. It's a good pick. Naeem Hines, Kenneth Gainwell next.
At this point in the draft, I don't really love all the options I got. I see Pittman there. I wouldn't mind taking Pittman, but I'm not going to take another receiver. I don't think I need it. I'm going the best kicker in the league,
Ha ha ha.
Justin
Thank
Tucker.
you. Great pick, Justin Tucker. I would have been so pissed if you would have took Harrison Butker. But then Logan Thomas, Michael Pittman, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that brings me up. And I'm a little pissed, though. I love that you said that about Justin Tucker, but I'm pissed I didn't get him here. I was looking for him right here. That you're going to make me pull the trigger on Harrison Butker. And honestly, I'm going to do that because if I don't take a kicker here and a defense, I'm going to have one of the worst out of 10 options, or there'll be 9 other options that go before me. So I'm going to jump the gun and I'm going to take my last pick, that 15th round, and make that a guy, like a shot in the dark kind of guy. So kicker here, I'm going to go Harrison Butker for the Chiefs. And then, like I said, defense, instead of waiting to my last pick for defense, I'll jump the gun here. And all these guys that are available at wide receiver, running back, they're all pretty much equal value to me. Maybe my 15th pick, I get a handcuff guy, or I get a handcuff guy now. Actually, now I'm thinking about that, I see a running back that I should probably take. I'm gonna do that. I'm actually scratch what I said completely. Said jumping the gun on a defense. I feel like if I don't take this running back here because of the scenario that I have, Zeke, Zeke's getting a little bit older. I need to. The guys here, Tony Pollard, his backup. God forbid anything happens to Zeke, I don't think Pollard would be here. In my 15th pick. So I'll take that here and I'll sacrifice in taking the 10th defense pretty much off the board if that's the case.
I think this is a pretty no-brainer pick for me. I got Antonio Gibson. I got to lock up J.D. McKissick.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another handcuff here.
No, this is going to be the first mock where I actually do practice what I preach, and I'm not going to draft the kicker or defense, whichever better player is there. So I'm going to take another upside guy, and hope maybe something goes down in Houston, and it's Phillip Lindsay. I'm going to snag him. David Johnson's obviously very old and not that good, and it's the same for Mark Ingram. So maybe Lindsay takes over.
There you go. And Young Hoku went right after you anyway, so your kicker's gone. Oh, Las
He is
Vegas
gone.
Raiders. Can we stop? Can Sleeper do something?
I know. I don't get it.
Like the
this is where
Steelers defense is good, but Las Vegas, come on.
I know. I don't get it. This is where I would look at matchups here for week 1. I'm not sure who the football team is playing week 1. I forget. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the Bucs defense and pray for the best.
I'm probably not going to take a defense here. I'm going to go, since I got a guy like Jalen Hurts, I think I need 2 QBs just to shore up that position, because you never know. Jalen Hurts can get benched week 1. He's not very good at playing quarterback. So I'm going to go a guy who They added a lot of weapons. They drafted a rookie. Maybe he lights a fire under his ass. I'm going Cam Newton.
Nice. Man, I'm trying to pull up the schedule for week 1 for Ryan here. And I'm just having a hard time, but I don't remember because I looked this up a little while ago. For defenses and matchups because I'm in the same sort of way. I would pick my first, waited here for the last pick to be my defense. I would probably look to go to a matchup or best available. And honestly, right now, there are better teams available than going best matchup. There's like the San Francisco 49ers defense is still here. Even the Giants, have a good defense last year. Los Angeles Rams are here. Denver Broncos, who are always sneakily really good. Buffalo Bills, who have brought back a lot of defenders. Baltimore Ravens are still here. So even like the Browns, who you might be able to start and get by, So there's defenses like that still here. So for the sake of the mock, I am going to draft the defense too, and I'm just going to take the Ravens and play it safe. But yeah, as going to what Ryan said, if you're in this scenario, obviously he practices what he preaches. He didn't take a kicker because he'd rather take a higher upside guy because a kicker, take one. They're all going to do the same, get you that 5 to 11 points. So he'd rather have a guy like Philip Lindsay. Maybe something happens before the season starts and Lindsay takes off. Maybe Mark Ingram, David Johnson get hurt. Now he's got a running back 2, low end running back 2 in the 14th pick that easily jumps over Trey Sermon, Damian Harris, and Javonte Williams, pretty much that he drafted. So it's better value there than taking a kicker. So that's that's why he practices that and preaches that. Mock draft purposes, I like to do the whole team. But yeah, for sure, if you want to practice that, try that out in your mock drafts, guys. It's definitely a thing you can try and get away. You'll see you can find a sleeper or somebody or someone that shouldn't be there you can just take a chance on or someone you like. Like AB didn't get picked. Maybe I would have took AB here.
No, he's trash.
He's trash,
right.
But
let's go over our teams here. Daniel, I'll let you take it away. You're our guest.
First round, I got the 6th pick. 5 running backs went the first 5 picks, so I got to take the best available receiver in Devontae Adams. Followed that up with another Packer and Aaron Jones, top 10-ish guy. I like him. Got my guy in Antonio Gibson. I really like how I loaded up. I got like Myles Gaskin and Mike Davis as my 3 and 4. Those guys are people who get volume and are good at what they do. They catch a lot of passes to go with a top-end guy in Jones and a middle guy in like Antonio Gibson. I never draft tight end early, and I went Darren Waller in the 4th. I'm not in love with Darren Waller in the 4th, but if he puts up what he did last year, I mean, I'm more than happy with it. I definitely think I should value tight end a little bit more. It's what I've been trying to go into this year with. And then guys like Chase Claypool, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel as my late receivers, really loading up on guys who have high potential. And my QBs, I really like J.D. McKissick in the 14th round. He caught 80 passes last year. So, I mean, if he puts up anything close to that, or if Gibson gets hurt at all, it's a good backup to have. I like my team overall.
Awesome. Yeah, man, your team definitely, like you said, the J.D. McKissick, I think it was great. Obviously, I know they want Gibson to get more pass catching, but if anything does happen, you have that guy secured and the pass catching back. So, and I also like A.J. Dillon too. There's a lot of hype around A.J. Dillon. Everybody's talking about his quads and stuff too. And the team obviously got rid of Jamal Williams, so that could be another good handcuff for you there. And Mike Davis again. Enough said right there. You're just gonna be competing with me and Ryan now at the draft probably for Mike Davis.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of people are going to be on him this year.
Yeah. Ryan, go
All
ahead.
All right, boys.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you can go.
All right. Real quick, Dan, just chill for a sec. I started off with Kamara, went to Najee Harris in the 2nd, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Amari Cooper, Lamar Jackson, Kenny Galladay, Mark Andrews, Javonte Williams, Tyler Boyd, Deebo Samuel, Damian Harris, Trey Sermon, Devontae Parker, Philip Lindsay, and the Bucs defense, and I'm going to win the league with that team.
Great team you drafted there, man. I really like it, especially Clyde Edwards in the 3rd. Enough on you, man. Let's go to my team. In the 10th pick of this draft, the 10 people overall, I got Austin Eckler to Ezekiel Elliott. Absolute steals, in my opinion. Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson in the next. And then I followed up with Lockett, Chris Godwin. Then I followed Melvin Gordon as my 3rd running back. TJ Hawkins in the 8th round as a solid tight end. Jerry Jeudy. Then Michael Carter, rookie running back on the Jets. Ryan Tannehill is my quarterback. Robbie Anderson, Harrison Butker, Tony Pollard locking up my handcuff. And Baltimore Ravens defense.
Good stuff. Well, Danny,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on. We enjoyed your presence. You offered a lot of insight outside of mine and Michael's opinions,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of fun.
It was a
Yeah, I
pleasure.
really
and-
appreciate it. It
Yeah,
was
man.
definitely a fun time, and looking forward to be back.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We'll definitely get you back on the show again. It was awesome to have you. Appreciate your time, and good luck this year in the draft, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun this year. I'm not, coming for blood this year. Just let you know that.
Yeah, yep.
All right, guys.
Let's
so
get out of here,
that's-
boys.
Yeah, peace and love from
Peace
me.
out.
Watch the episode, drop, like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and Instagram is 2dudes1ball FF, 2dudes1ball on Twitter. Brian, Danny Ray dipped. You can dip too if you're ready to go. Say bye to people one time.
God bless. That's it.
Peace and love, everybody. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and comment below.